Hi guys, my name is Schafer, and today I'm going to talk a little bit about working through problems with these young horses. I think some of us, and I do it sometimes too, we tend to just get mad and lose our temper when a horse isn't doing what we ask him to do. And then sometimes I think we forget maybe what we were originally asking for, and then we just throw a fit about what they did wrong, okay? Something that I've learned over the years and found to be really important is that they're colts and they're going to do things wrong, they're going to make mistakes. I think our best bet is to push them through that and keep going until they do it right, versus getting mad and like wrestling them around through it. I mean, we wrestle them through it, but you don't have to beat them for it or get mad or stop them or whatever. I usually just kind of push them through it. For example, this horse, she doesn't always want to be the softest horse about her face. She's real touchy and light-sided, but sometimes when I first get a hold of her, she'll kind of pull through me a little bit, or maybe, you know, gap her mouth and push out. And the key is is having a good release, okay? And usually it's when I first get on her, she's just not softened up, and I've got to remind her that she needs to be soft. So when she does that, I'll still hold my hands in position and use my legs and squeeze her into that until she does just what I'm asking her to. Like when she breaks at that pole and gets soft, then I'll release that, okay? But just like when I'm doing drills or any kind of exercise, or if I'm working on rate, that's something I do a lot with this horse. She's got a huge motor, and she, like I said, doesn't always like to be handled a ton, so I have to work a lot on rate with her. I want to make sure that I can let her go and then gather her and ask her to come back to me without her just pulling through me, okay? So when I'm doing that, I will lope her out and let her go, and when I gather her and ask her to come back to me, first sometimes she'll get a little strong. The key is not to rip her face off at that point. The key is to be patient, okay? I usually just hold there and squeeze my legs and wait for it, and as soon as she gives it to me, I've got to be ready to release my hands and maybe release that leg pressure a little bit, and then I can ask it right back, okay? I don't have to just pitch it away completely. I can ask her to come back to me again, but there has to be a release there, because that's how a horse knows that they did the right thing, okay? So when I do my 4-corner exercise, or if I'm teaching a horse to rate on the barrels, or if I'm just working on running across there and asking her to come back to me, I just have to be real specific about that. So now I'm going to kind of show you what I'm talking about. I'm going to lope a little circle right here, and then I'm going to lope out across there, and when I gather her back up, you'll see what I'm talking about. So I'm going to hold right here. She's still being strong, and there she got soft. She's staying nice and soft right there, so I'm not pulling on her. So I have her let go completely, and then I'm going to gather her back up. There she rated really nice. The other thing that's really important is not bleeding your brakes, okay? When I go across there, I'm not holding her and then expecting her to rate back down to me. I'm letting go of the reins completely and then gathering her back up, okay? If I'm holding her across there and then I just hold harder, she's just gonna pull right through that, okay? So I have to be able to completely let her go and then ask her to come back. If she gets to going faster than I want to, pull on the reins. The reins are your brakes, okay? But get that response. Pull on it and keep pulling until she gets softer. But you got to use your legs and hands together too. You can't just expect to have your legs out here and go to pulling. She's just going to probably pull through that. But if I use my legs with it, she's going to kind of round up through her back, which will make her break at the pole a little bit and get her softer right here in her face, okay? But you could see there, the first time she kind of fought me. The second time when I came back down here, you could see my reins were completely loose. I kind of melted into the saddle and kept my knees kind of squeezed on her, and used, when I pulled on my reins, instantly she came back down to me. So very important to know when to release and how to work through those problems without just getting heavy-handed and jerking on them for no reason or losing your temper.